So we've got Nick Martin on the way to the ring.
This is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first in the ring from Syracuse, New York, 265 pounds, Nick Sullivan.
2CW is all about getting young guys out there, getting them exposure. And Nick Martin getting a chance here to wrestle on this show.
And his opponents, being led to the ring by Father Derek. He hails from Oneida, New York, weighing 450 pounds. He is the beast from the Northeast, Brute VanSlyke. Your referee is Jason Massey.
What I meant to say there was Nick Sullivan. And another guy that got his start as a young wrestler in 2CW, you're seeing right now, Brute VanSlyke. Began back in 2010, skinny guy wearing a singlet, wrestling in student matches. Now he comes to us in 2021, over a decade as a pro, wrestled in Japan, wrestled with Muta. And he is here, very likely to put a hurting on this young man from Syracuse. And that other guy, he looks kind of familiar.
Just a tad.
Just a bit.
Just a tad. Especially reminds me of 2 sets. I don't know. Yeah, this is going to be quite the contest. Two big boys ready to battle here at the Alien.
I believe the appropriate term would be hoss fight?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, I didn't forget that after 6 years. Okay.
And of course VanSlyke's had so many of those over the years. He had one at 2 sets, and of course his time spent over in Japan. He does have the height advantage here.
Nick Sullivan's not a small man by any means, but compared to Brute VanSlyke, he looks a lot smaller. Brute VanSlyke, 3-time former 2CW Tag Team Champion. We mentioned Kevin Graham watching earlier. He and Brute won the titles multiple times. Brute as a single took on Necro Butcher in 2CW, beat him. We've seen him just get in there and slug it out with big boys.
And his hits get harder and harder as the years go on here. Go both off the ropes. A head-on collision there, but neither man goes down.
They reinforced the ring for this. And Father Derek moving back and forth. That's who's on the floor in case you did not hear the announcement. Father Derek, the manager of Brute VanSlyke, who didn't need a manager before. That being said, Father Derek has guided him fairly well across the Northeastern independent scene, and a big headbutt from Brute VanSlyke, who did not have a very good night in Binghamton last night in a losing effort against Stuart Snodgrass out on the playground. And now kind of taking out some of that anger on Nick Sullivan, just choking him over the top rope.
Yeah, if I was Nick Sullivan, I wouldn't be happy that VanSlyke picked up the loss last night, because you know he's coming in extra angry to the show here tonight. A little extra intensity. Again, looking for that weekend split, coming with these big shots. Wants to get the win and celebrate with a big steak. Shotgun drop kick there.
I don't think Brute VanSlyke was expecting that, and now he finds himself in the corner. And Father Derek screaming at him to get out of the way, but he did not avoid the avalanche in the corner. Oh, no way. Beautiful belly-to-belly suplex, amateur style. And Brute may have come into this one thinking, no, this is going to be a walk in the park. I'm wrestling this young kid, and Nick Sullivan's giving us what for right now.
Of course, as John mentioned, this is now match 4 of the night. Still so much great action to come here tonight. A lot of the matches not announced. Some of the wrestlers announced. We mentioned somehow a first time ever singles meeting between Alex Shelley and Davey Richards.
How has that not happened? I just don't understand.
It doesn't make sense to me how that hasn't happened. But it's awesome that it's happening here tonight. It's happening in Syracuse. It's happening for free on YouTube. 2CWLive.com brings you right there. Tell your friends. Tune in here. We've got so much action still to come here tonight. Mercedes Martinez and Thunder Rosa going to battle in a dream match. The Dark Order is here. Rachel Ellering is here. I mean, the list goes on and on. Moose.
What in the world?
Oh, wow!
Oh, my word. That just shook the floor here. That has to be it. No!
Are you kidding me?
350 pounds coming off the top rope.
I wouldn't get up from that for a week.
And he
I had
landed.
to put a dent in the chest there of Sullivan.
Looks like he landed right in his rib cage, too. And this Haas fight will continue it. And those are some pretty heavy right-handed strikes. They're not quite palm slaps. Oh, a knife edge chop.
Once again, some quickness here from Sullivan.
Just trying to chop the big guy down. Hang on a second. Father Derek, much like last night, getting involved physically. Lariat misses. Second one doesn't. There's the cover. And that is all.
The winner of this match, Brute VanSlyke.
That was a big battle here in Syracuse, and
What is this?
it's unnecessary. Father Derek, a little disrespect there, but his client, if you will, here, VanSlyke, picks up the big win here. And as you mentioned, this Haas fight here at the 2CW reunion.
Nick Sullivan making sure his teeth are all still there after that last clothesline.
And show respect here from the fans in Syracuse for the 2CW original, Brute VanSlyke.
Kind of grew up in front of our eyes. Again, debuted in 2010. One of his, in his first year, I believe, wrestled Raven here in 2CW. A show of civility from Brute VanSlyke. I did not maybe think that I would see that. That's 2021. Why not?
Of course, the action continues here. We have 2CW back in action for the first time in nearly 6 years. It was Sunday, December 20th, 2015, 3 blocks from here that this promotion closed up an incredible run. Decided to go out on top, and there were cries for a reunion show for years. We mentioned earlier it was Brody Lee himself that just pestered the owner.